What's going on, folks? Friendly neighborhood old soldier coming at you today from Robeson County, North Carolina, where it's cloudy and overcast. Looks like we might get some rain today, might not. Don't know yet. I'll see my doctor for my monthly checkup. Interesting side note to that. I always get a phone call the day of or the day before my appointment. And of course, they go through the whole, have you been exposed to anybody in the last 2 weeks? Have you traveled within the last 14 days? Do you have current cough, fever, loss of smell, taste, those stupid questions? Well, now they've added, have you had your vaccine yet? I said no. Then I turned around and threw one right back at him and said, y'all giving the flu shots yet? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm just, okay, I need to get that one when I'm in. I said, well, just let them know when they take you back. I said, okay. You see, they're pushing this bull crap on this shot even harder now. My best friend in Chattanooga called, we were talking, said Blue Cross Blue Shield of Chattanooga fired 19 employees who refused to get the shot. 19. The military has already stated if you refuse to get it, you'll be separated. Now, don't believe the media, the hype in the media, that everybody's going to get a dishonorable, or, you know, the media's always bad about, yeah, 1,800 service members are slated to get a dishonorable discharge because they're refusing the vaccine. No, more than likely they'll get a general discharge under honorable conditions, which deny them some benefits, not all of them. But long story short is they'll be put out with a less than honorable. Okay, it's usually what they call a general under honorable conditions, which in 6 months they can apply to have it upgraded, but you have to submit evidence to do so, because it's going back to the same chain of command that kicked you out to begin with. Same kind of discharge they give soldiers in the Army for being overweight, failing a PT test, not able to manage their finances. Yeah, but you didn't know that. You get kicked out of the Army for failure to manage your finances. Okay. The only way you get a dishonorable discharge is if you're sentenced by courts martial. Same thing with a bad conduct discharge. Other than that, don't believe the hype in the media about all these people going to get dishonored. They'll probably get discharged, general discharge. A lot of your talk show hosts will talk about, yeah, all these soldiers getting there, all these military personnel getting dishonorable discharges. No, they're not. But again, we've got companies now that are towing the government communist line of, you don't get the shot, we're firing your ass. Now, there's rumors, and I say they're rumors because it's all, you know, there are various news articles that I have seen, clips of, read a bit about of, this, that, and the other of, but it doesn't make it gospel truth, so I say it's rumors. That some companies are refusing to comply. That others, there's going to be a massive impact to their operations because several employees have stated that they will quit as opposed to getting the vaccine. Okay. One of the airlines, I think that's what I was reading, several of their pilots and staff have stated that they'll quit as opposed to get the vaccine, and if that happens, that'll hamper their daily operations, which the airlines are in some deep doo-doo right now anyway, with travel restrictions and the price of flying. And of course, you know, the president not helping with the cost of rising, you know, the rising cost of fuel. I mean, it's, who really wants to fly anymore if they ain't got to? I mean, think about it. You got to get to the airport at extra ODART 30 from when your flight leaves. Why? Because you got to go through security, you got to go check in, make sure all your bags pass. Then you got to go through TSA, and get the butthole inspection. Once you pass that, then you can get your airplane. And then you got to pray that, you don't get a Karen as a flight stewardess because your mask is slightly below your nose. But, Dingleberry, 2 seats ahead of you's got it all the way down below their nose. But because they're whatever, they won't approach them because they're afraid that person will file a lawsuit for either sex or race or whatever discriminatory matter. But they'll frown upon you, trying to comply. So who wants to really fly anymore if you absolutely got to? We have no leadership in the White House. None. We all know that. We had no leadership under the Obama administration. It was a finger-pointing blame game administration with the Obama administration. The problem is the spokesperson they put in this White House, needs constant geriatric care. Really does. I got to make this confession, and confession is, or admittance to it is, that my predictions of when he was going to be out have been completely erased. I honestly thought would have had him out by July at the latest. And I can speculate as to why and why not. I know part of it is, from what rumor has it, they don't want the whore in the presidency because she's just an empty suit right now in the White House. She really is. She got elected on popularity to get Joe Biden in office. She is nothing more than a cackling hen whore that ain't worth 2 ounces of rat piss. By the way, my apologies for being absent last week. I just decided to take a week off, spend some time with my grandson and my wife, and reflect on some things about where I'm going to take this channel. I've still hadn't figured that out. But also to really do some soul searching about what I think is going to take place and where I fit into this scheme of things with me and my family. Because right now, I don't see anybody truly standing up for those of us that love this country. Outside of, again, a handful I can count on one hand. Well, 5 out of 500 ain't going to get the job done up there in Washington. Their efforts are duly noted, but they're not going to get anything to move. And everybody keeps saying, well, next November. Friends, I'm afraid we're going to be shooting at each other come next November. The rate things are going. You look at what happened in California. There was a lot of momentum behind Larry Elder to get elected governor in the special recall election. There was evidence upon evidence upon evidence of vote tampering and election tampering, but yet nothing's being done. Why? Because the federal government's corrupt. The DOJ is corrupt. The DOJ is investigating things that they have no business putting their nose into, all because of congressional pressure to do so. That and the top people are in with the Communist Party that's in the White House, that controls the majority of the House, that controls half the Senate. So my friends, guess what I'm getting at is, at some point in time, direct action will need to be taken to rectify this situation. Now, with that being said, I'm not telling nobody to go out and do anything. I'll make that clear again. I'm not telling anybody to go out and do anything. What I am saying is that the government is about to leave us, we the people, with no other recourse but direct action and direct retaliation to tyrannical rule, that of which our forefathers did against the King of England in order to secure for us an independent and free nation. And they, my friends, knew what they were going to lose by doing so. They knew what they would have to give up or potentially have to give up. They knew what they potentially would lose in doing so. And they were scared. I'm sure they were scared. But they organized and fought back. So y'all think about that. I told you about building your networks, gathering intelligence, identifying potential areas that you would want to have a Boston Tea Party. Let's put it that way. So, that being said, folks, again, I apologize for being AWOL last week, but just wanted to spend time with my grandson, my wife, my kids, focus and reflect, recharge my battery some. So, until then, until tomorrow, hopefully I get one out tomorrow. We'll see. Keep your eyes open, your ears to the ground. Stay vigilant and stay armed. Until tomorrow, my friends, God bless. Take care. Soldier out.